this. All right, guys. So in this lecture, we are going to look at the BLS 102 exam prep. Now, these questions will actually guide you in the direction you should prepare for your exams. Take note of the particular topics, and then you can actually expatiate on those topics. You can definitely, if you know the topic, then you go and get more information under each of these topics being discussed here. All right. So we have the first question here that says fast-running animals are grouped under cursorial adaptation, semi-fossorial adaptation, arboreal adaptation, and then fossorial adaptation. So it means you should read adaptation as a topic. All right. That is just the implication of what we have here. That you should read what adaptation as a topic. All right. So you can go and get every information about adaptation. Now, the correct answer to this question is cursorial adaptation. Cursorial adaptation refers to adaptation in animals that are specialized for running. All right. These adaptations help animals achieve speed and endurance, often seen in fast-running animals like the cheetahs, the horses, and then the deer. All those ones they fall under what cursorial adaptation. Now, I will not have the time to start explaining what each of these other types of adaptation they are all about. However, you can actually go and check them, put them on ChatGPT to actually give you what is fossorial adaptation, what is arboreal adaptation. Go and dwell more on that one. All right. Now, the next one is these are the classes of the subphylum Chordate. Now, we have Thallassia, Acidaceae, Lavaceae, and Thallassia, and then we have Lavaceae and then Pyxis. Now, the correct answer is Acidaceae, Lavaceae, and Thallassia. Now, these are the three main classes of the xylem Urochodacta, also called the Tunicata. All right. Now, the Acidaceae, that's where you have the sea schists, and then the Lavaceae, free swimming, they retain their larval features like the notochord. The notochord is the one that the backbone that most bony animals they have. Then Thallassae, free floating, includes sap. Now, Piscis is not part of Urochorda. Piscis, they are subclass of vertebrate fishes. All right. So you should actually go and study this. This is under classification, binomial classification. So you should go and study more under binomial classification. However, there's tendency that you will see these questions as they are like this in the exam. All right. And the next one, which of the following is not one of the main tissues in the animal? Now, we have muscular tissues, we have connective tissues, we have epithelial tissues, we have bone tissues, then we have nervous tissue. Now, bone tissue is not one of the tissue. Are you getting it? The four main type of tissues, we have muscular tissue, connective tissue, epithelial tissues, and then nervous tissue. Bone is under connective tissue. Under connective tissue, that's where you have blood. That's where you have bone and cartilages. Now, blood is the only fluid tissue in the body. Are you getting it? The only fluid, liquid tissue we have in the body. So the one that is not a main tissue is what? Bone tissue. And that is why option D is the correct answer to that question. Now, the process by which animals shed off old skin, replacing them with new one, is called ecdysis, not metamorphosis, not parametaboly, not change. It's called ecdysis. Ecdysis is the process by which animals, especially arthropods, snakes, reptiles, shed their old skin or exoskeleton and replace it with a new one. It's a crucial part of growth in these animals. It's not metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is the change in body form, right? So the specific characteristics, that specific characteristic is called ecdysis, as seen in snakes. Now, enzymes can be produced, none of the above, all of the above, intracellularly and extracellularly. Now, enzymes can be produced both intra and what? Extra. So the correct answer is what? All of the above. Enzymes can be produced both intracellularly, that is inside of the cell where they function, or extracellular. They are secreted outside of the cell to function in the what? In the external environment. So all of the above is the best choice for this question. Crabs and lobsters are examples of, we have crustacean, arachnida, diplopoda, chilopoda. The correct answer is crustaceans. Crabs and lobster are examples of crustaceans. Crustaceans, crab and lobster belongs to the group crustaceans, which is a large class of arthropod primarily found in aquatic environment. All right. Now, an ecosystem consists of the following. We have A, biotic, abiotic, plant and animals. B, soil and land. C, biotic and abiotic. Then D, plant and animal. Now, predominantly, an ecosystem comprises of the biotic component and the abiotic component. The biotic component is the living component. That is where we have the plants and the animals, and then we have microorganisms. Then the abiotic component is the non-living things like the sunlight, the water, the air, the soil, temperature, humidity. All those ones, they fall under abiotic components. And these components interact to form a functioning ecosystem, or you can say functioning natural system. So the correct answer is what? Biotic and abiotic. Option C, the correct answer to this question. All right, let us see the next one. Cellulose are produced by, we have trichodermas, none of the above, all of the above, aspergillus. Now, cellulases are produced by various fungi, including trichoderma and aspergillus. Cellulase is an enzyme that breaks cellulose down to give us glucose. All right? And they are produced by various fungi. Trichoderma, aspergillus is part of those fungi. So the correct answer is what? Option C. Are you getting it now? So what we have here is that cellulases are enzymes that break down cellulose, and they are produced by various fungi, including Trichoderma, aspergillus. Both are well known for their ability to secrete cellulases, making all of the above the correct choice. Now the next question. The following are regions of root, except we have regions of multiplication, region of maturation, region of cell division, and the region of elongation. Now, if you study your textbook very well, we have region of multiplication, we have region of maturation, and then we have region of what? Elongation. This cell division, there is no specific region that was actually ascribed to or assigned to cell division. That one, you see it under the region of what? Multiplication. Are you getting it now? So the correct answer is what? Region of cell division. That is the one that is not correct. So option C is the correct answer. So the main regions of the roots are, we have regions of multiplication where cells divide actively, region of elongation where cells elongate and grow in length, the region of maturation where cells differentiate and mature into specific types like the root hair forming ones. And there's no specific region of cell division. Are you getting it? Cell division occur in the region of multiplication. Is that understood? Exactly. Carbohydrates are linked together by what kind of bonds? Carbohydrates are linked together by glycosidic bond. The glycosidic bond is an oxygen linkage. All right? And it is formed by the reaction of two hydroxy group to form something like this. When two hydroxy group combine together with the elimination of water molecule, you have oxygen plus what? H2O. This oxygen linkage is what we call the glycosidic bond. Are you getting it? So glycosidic bond are linked together. Carbohydrates are linked together by glycosidic bond, which forms when the hydroxy group of one sugar molecule react with the hydroxy group of another, releasing a molecule of water and creating a covalent bond between sugars. All right. So that is that. The correct answer is glycosidic bond. Then for protein, it is peptide bond. for protein, the linkage between amino acid molecule to form proteins is peptide bond. So you can say proteins are linked together by peptide bond, while nucleotides are linked together by phosphodiester linkage. Nucleotide, that is DNA molecules, are linked together by phosphodiester linkage. Proteins by what? Peptide, and carbohydrate by glycosidic or oxygen linkage. Is that okay? Now, the next one. Desert, arboreal, and cursorial adaptations are all forms of, they are not marine, they are not edaphic. Edaphic has to do with soil, because you know marine has to do with water, marine water. Terrestrial, yeah, they are terrestrial adaptation. They are not aquatic. Aquatic has to do with water. All right. So the correct answer is terrestrial. Desert, arboreal, and cursorial. Cursorial, we said, has to do with what? Running animals. They have to run in desert. Are you getting it? Arboreal, they are the one that jump from trees to trees, from one tree to another, like the monkey. But at the end of the day, they will still come down. And then desert, all these will form terrestrial habitats. Are you getting it? Or terrestrial adaptation, meaning they are adaptation to land-based environment. This adaptation help animals survive in specific terrestrial habitats like desert, forest, or environment that require fast movement on land. Is that okay? So that's the correct answer to that number 11. All right. So that is that. Let us see the next one. A distinguishing feature of mammals include inhabit both land and water. Warm-blooded, they are warm-blooded, yeah. Give birth to their young ones alive. That is a distinguishing feature of mama. Then breastfeed young one with milk from mammary gland. Now, if there is one distinguishing features of mama, is option D. They breastfeed young ones with milk from the mammary gland. Are you getting it? Now, somebody might say they give birth to their young ones alive. Yes, but there are some of them, like the monotremes, their mama, are you getting it? But they don't give rise to their give birth to their young ones alive. So, like feeding with milk from mammary gland is more like a generalized distinguishing features of mama as compared to giving birth to their young one alive. Are you getting it? So the correct answer is they breastfeed young with milk from mammary gland. Are you getting it? As opposed to give birth to their young ones alive. I've told you that monotremes, their mama, but they don't give birth to their young ones alive. All right? They lay eggs. Now, that is the interaction of non-living things. Non-living component of the ecosystem is the abiotic component. The non-living component of the ecosystem is the abiotic component that comprises of things such as water, air, temperature, soil, and minerals which interact with each other and with living organisms. Is that okay? Now, ostechites are bony fishes, lentic fishes, joyless fishes, cartilaginous fishes. Now, they are bony fishes. Ostechites are bony fishes. They include fishes like salmon, trout, and goldfish. Are you getting it? They are not cartilaginous fishes. They are bony fishes. An example of plants adapted to aquatic environment is, of course, it's not maize, it's not bitter leaf, it's not beans, it's water lettuce, which is called Pistia stratotes. Are you getting it? Pistia stratotes. Of course, you see the way I wrote it, botanical name. It's either you italicize it or you underline. Are you getting it? It's a plant adapted to aquatic environment. It floats on water and has adaptation that allow it to thrive in aquatic condition. such as air-filled spaces in its tissue for buoyancy. The other plants are typically terrestrial. Of course, bitter leaf, maize, beans, all of them, they are terrestrial. Getting it, they are on land. Hagfish and lamprey are A. Jawless, B. Dinosaurs, C. Amphibians, D. Arborea. They are jawless fishes. Are you getting it? Hagfish and lamprey are jawless fishes. They belong to the class Agnatha, and they are some of the most primitive living vertebrate and lack jaw, unlike other fish species. Are you getting it? So they are jawless. Hagfish and lamprey are jawless fishes. Amphibians, others include the following. The order in amphibia, you have Anura, Chordata, and Apoda. Anura, Chordata, and Apoda. That is the order in amphibians. All right. A good example of triploblastic and bilaterally symmetrical organism is when you say something is triploblastic, it means it has three body cavities or three body germ layers, which are ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. And when you say something is bilaterally symmetrical, you mean that it can be divided into what? Two equal half or two mirror images. And example of that organism among the ones listed here, you have earthworm, snail, starfish, spongy. The correct answer is what? Earthworm. Earthworm has three body system, hence it is three body layers. Hence it is triploblastic, and at the same time it is bilaterally symmetrical in the sense that you can divide it into two equal halves. All right, or two equal mirror images. The seed plant have distinct body system that is made up of seed plants have distinct body system that is made up of root, stem, and leaf. Option B, root, stem, and leaf. All right. Then 20. The pollen grain is alternatively known as microspore. Pollen grain is alternatively known as microspore. This is a male gametophyte in seed plant and it's involved in fertilization process. The Fab portion of an antibody is used for Fab means what? Fragment antigen binding. Are you getting it? Fragment antigen binding. This is the antigen binding part um of the antibody. This thing is it looks how do I actually draw this? It looks somehow like this, something like this. All right, I don't know how to draw very well, but the FAB portion of the antibody is called the fragment antigen binding portion of the antibody and is responsible for binding antigen. It contains the variable regions of the heavy and light chain and determine the antibody specificity for a particular antigen. All right, for a particular antigen. Antigen has to do with something like this. Have the heavy chain and the light chain. Sorry about that. All right, a Y-shaped something. Exactly. Then we have eutherian mammals are mammals with placenta. Eutherian mammals are mammals with placenta. Not pouch, not notochord, not much hair, but what? Placenta. Is that okay? And I believe that is the end to these questions. Please take them very seriously. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you in the next one.